On second glance, that is the weirdest clock I've ever seen. Anyway, we're on a fresh file right now because I wanted to be Time Man with the second hand at the very top. Because that's how you get another achievement, and we sort of needed that if we're going to unlock our next character. So, let's just listen to Roll's theme here on the menu real quick, and then we are going to go and do just that by unlocking none other than Base. But surprisingly, he's not the first one here, and I am so glad I checked this out before doing that, because otherwise I would have been a little annoyed at myself. So, there you go. Now we got Base, and now we are ready for Space. Now this stage is going to be kind of interesting because I did see it in co-op, so I had an idea of what the gimmicks were going to be going in. But at the same time, I also had a friend along with me for the ride, Insomnia. Yeah, I had a full day after a whopping like 4 hours of sleep the previous night. Should have been counting stars instead of getting ready to blast them. So this one was going to be a fun one no matter what. Now right off the bat we're going to see here the Base. Well, his Buster, it can be shot in different angles, just like it was in Mega Man and Base. I will also say right now, though, that Base cannot do his dash double jump combo. If you try that, you're going to be sadly disappointed. He only gets one jump out of it. So just keep that in mind as you play along here, if you're playing along. You should, it's a pretty good game. We got a bunch of Mega Man 5 enemies coming at you. It's kind of weird. They'll hit you a bunch. Oh, right here. Don't bother with that one-up. And I kind of figured there was going to be another pit, so yeah. I may have been tired going into this stage, and you're going to see a lot of missed shots as a result. But even I can figure out what the level design was trying to do to us here. These gravity little walls remind me of Saturn stage from Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. Much better game than Mega Man 5 on the NES. When you see the red ones there, that means gravity is doubled, and that means our jump height is halved. When you see the blue ones, that means gravity is halved, and therefore jump height's doubled. You better believe we are going to see tons of spikes in conjunction with this. Oh, well, this is probably one of the most embarrassing parts of the level to me, because I am right next to two easy-to-hit enemies, and this is... oh, man. I should have just edited this out. But no. Have to keep in the disaster. Did you know that Base's Buster can be angled in diagonal directions? Just saying. And thank goodness that there were not spikes on that wall, or I would have been a goner. By wall, I mean ceiling. Jeez, you think I'm tired now. More embarrassed by what I'm watching at the moment. Still, there are moments of decent gameplay, like these little jumps here. Always get nervous with those. I wonder how everybody else does with those kind of jumps. Because those were in so many of the NES Mega Mans, and it was in Mega Man 7 at one point, too. More meteors that I'm not going to worry about. Thankfully, they go down in one hit. Now, again, Base's Buster, I don't even know if it does the half damage thing, because it feels like it does the same amount of pain as Mega's. But yeah, here's one of the two gimmicks I'm talking about that go along with the gravity one we saw earlier. Yeah, instead of it being a jet bike in Mega Man 5, we instead get to ride this little space bike instead, and it's a lot of fun. Gotta watch out for those missiles, because when you break them apart, or when they hit a meteor, they're gonna go flying off in the ordinate directions. It can be a little tricky to dodge, but it's not like it's out of control. It kind of reminds me of a Kirby game, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. That's the one I remember when I think of this kind of stuff. Especially when you got these small little corridors to go through. At least they're not moving on you. I'm sure it's based off of some other game. My brain just cannot think of what it is. I didn't play too many space shooters when I was a little kid with the NES. Still, that's the end of our ride. It was pretty fun. As much as you want to take it along with you, Base, nope, you kind of gotta let it go there. Sorry, dude. This jump kind of has me a little nervous at the moment. I don't know why, because again, in space, you get higher jumps. It's because, reduced gravity and all that. But again, we do have Tornado Blow, so let's just make sure we don't mess up. Again, you're tired, and you might screw up. Why risk it? These little cannons are placed just perfectly to be a pain in the backside. Doesn't help when you jump right into them like that. And here I probably shouldn't have gone for the area where the red was, because I almost jumped right into spikes. But for some reason I was thinking there was going to be another pit right below. I still remember that quick man stage. And there we go. Now we're using base to its fullest, because we're actually angling our shots. It's a shame that I keep forgetting this, or do my best to forget it anyway. Oh man. We're actually pretty close to the boss right now, but you can see there's still a few minutes left in this video. So you can imagine that either the fight's going to go bad or something's going to happen right before we get there. Any bets on which it'll be? Well, these space vets are going to try to mess us up, but no, they're not too big of a deal. Make sure you go under here. Again, Base's dash gets them under that, just like Mega's slide. And we even get a lucky break by getting a pellet right before the boss shutter. Works for me. Fortunately, what doesn't work is my brain coming up in this next fight. I'm so sorry. The Starman, it feels like he's faster with his hops for some reason, and it feels like I'm very good at not getting out of the way of his little Star Crash shield at all. Gotta be careful here. Gotta make sure we use Base's abilities to the best of our abilities, but no, we're not going to do that in round one, I guarantee you that. I'm just trying to figure out when he's going to throw the shield, but more often than not, I just jump into it like a goofball. Yeah, Base, we just lost to a Mega Man 5 boss that's not Charge or Crystal Man. I'm sorry, dude. Let's hope take two goes a little bit better here. Again, he's going to jump right near where you are, so you got to have a little bit of room to get out of the way. And when he throws it like that, don't be dashing out of the way. Just jump straight up and hit him. Sheesh, it's, you know... Watching this footage again, it's just painful. He's not a super hard boss. He's not a hard boss at all. He's just a little... He just feels a little faster than a Mega Man 5, and that threw me off is all. But at the same time, you get the idea of what's going on. If he throws the shield, you hit him. If he hasn't thrown the shield, you're dodging. It's not a very hard concept. Like right there, though, the one concept that I keep forgetting is that Base can angle his shots up diagonally. Dude, don't jump up after him. Oh. Once again, we're down to one hit left. Are we going to lose again? Come on, me. Rebound. Just a few more hits on him to go. You better believe I know that it's pretty close right now. But there we go. Now it's 1-1. Who's going to get the last hit here? Oh my... Come on. Throw the shield. Shoot him. We win. Somehow. The fact that I only lost one life in that stage is nothing short of a miracle. Yeah, we get ourselves the shield weapon of the game in the Star Crash. I don't know how it works. It's like it is in Mega Man 5. I'm going to be a little bit bummed, because that thing just goes away like that. And what's going to go away like that is our final vote, because it's time to figure out what order we're going to be facing these final three bots in. Shadow Man, Snake Man, Splash Woman. You see the link to the straw poll in the description. Go there, pick who we're going to fight, and I will see you next time for one of those first three bots. Who's it going to be?